Hi everyone. So as you can tell from the title, we're gonna try to get you guys into Mac. Are you ready? Let's do this. Okay. So just a quick disclaimer. What I'm telling you will not guarantee that you're gonna get hired at Mac. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. This is just my way of trying to help and get you guys in the door through my knowledge because I do work for Mac. So I'm just trying to help you guys get into the door, especially if it's your dream. Then I'm gonna try to get you there. So let's do this shit. Okay, cool. Let's get this bitch started. I have like a fucking I wrote down notes. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna tell my followers so that they can get inside Mac? So this is how we're gonna do it, okay? So number one, how to get there. Let me see my notes, okay, call that. So the first things first, know why you wanna work for Mac. Like, what is it about Mac that makes you want to work for them? Is it that they're a great company? Is it that they treat their workers well? Is it that they're very well known in the cosmetic industry? Like, why is it that you want to work for Mac? That'll be a big help. Like, if you're passionate about it, then you'll be able to see it, that you're passionate about it, okay? So that's number one. Just know why you want to work for Mac. Is that something that you want to do full-time or not? Just, okay? Number two, second thing to know the history of Mac and how it all got created, okay? So MAC stands for Makeup Art Cosmetics, and it was co-created by Frank Angelo and Frank Toscan in Ontario, Canada in 1984. Okay, so it started in Canada in 1984, and they started it with their chemist friend, and it all started in a kitchen. So which is pretty cool. Like, they just started this own brand in a kitchen with the chemist. That is sick. The first store, the first US store was opened in 1991 in New York in a Nordstrom, and Nordstrom carried Mac for the first year, and Mac was like, okay, well, we need to expand out of Nordy's. So they expanded out, okay? Estee Lauder now come on, not that crazy. Estee Lauder now owns MAC Cosmetics. It is under the Estee ruling. If you work for MAC, you work for Estee. And they acquired full stock control in 1998. Cool? Another huge thing about the history. Know the social responsibilities of MAC. This is huge for MAC. Huge. So these are things you're gonna need to know for sure. Know about the Viva Glam program. I'm not gonna really talk about like in depth each program. If you really are passionate about working for Mac, you're gonna look that shit up. I'm giving you the deets on the sheet, okay? So know the Viva Glam program, know the Back to Mac recycling program, know the Mac Pro program, know about the Mac AIDS Fund, and know about the Kids Helping Kids program with Mac. And those are all the social responsibilities with Mac. Oh my god, light. I need more light in here. So those are all the social responsibilities of Mac. Mac is huge on this. Like, as a company, they're so amazing because they are so helpful to the community, and they've helped so many people throughout their lives. You know what I mean? So this is a great thing about Mac, and this is something that you should really know about Mac, is that they're awesome about social responsibilities. Huh? Okay, what's next? Know the Mac motto. The motto is all ages, all races, all sexes. It might not be in that order, but that's the gist of it. All ages, all races, all sexes. So if you're transgendered, if you're gay, if you're a lesbian, if you're a butch queen, if you are a fairy, it doesn't matter. You can work for Mac, you know what I mean? Mac is awesome with that. They love diversity. So if you're diverse, apply. Okay? Okay, enough with the history. Okay. Now you guys know the history, you know that good shit about Mac? Let's get you in. This is really important. This is something that not a lot of people talk about, but I think it's a great idea. You go into a counter that you really want to work for, okay? And you're like, okay, this is the counter I love. I love this counter. I go to this one all the time. Da da da. Okay, so you go to that counter, and basically you make friends with the girls and the boys that are working there. The management, you make friends with everyone, okay? What you should be doing is like going very often, like not very often where you seem like a stalker, but going often enough where they know your face, and they're like, oh hey you, like how are you? Da da da. Having that automatic rapport with this counter is gonna really help with your chances of an application or like talking about them about working for Mac, okay? So make friends with the counter. I think that's gonna be a great idea. And really make friends with the management, because that's a really good idea, okay? Okay, you've made friends, you guys are besties, you've talked to the girls or boys about wanting to apply there, and they're like, okay, like why don't you apply? So now you're gonna apply. I know, I'm sweating for you guys, I already know. So the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna dress in all black, business casual. I'm talking black head to toe, done, gorgeous attire, okay? Your makeup, you want it to be beat, face, cunt, fish for your nerve. You want it to look bomb, your makeup for a girl. If you're a girl, my suggestion, I would just do like maybe like an easy smoky eye with a nude lip, have like medium coverage on, bronze, contour. Just, you want to show that you could actually apply makeup. Not necessarily, I'm not saying go in like a clown, I'm saying you want to be able to show like you're skilled in the makeup application on yourself, okay? So they know that. Boys, just go in with what I got on. Like I have like some bronzer. You don't need to go in with lipstick. You don't even have to go in with makeup. Like guys aren't required to wear makeup at MAC. Girls are required to wear makeup at MAC, but guys aren't. I just think it's better because it shows that you can do it on yourself, and so they know that you can do it on other people. Okay, so this is what I went in. Basically, this is the look I went in with. I have a little bit of eyeliner on the bottom to give me some definition, but I went in with a nude lip, foundation, bronzer, blush, highlighter. Looking really proudy. That's how I went in, okay? Next, bring in your resume with you. Obviously, come on. Bring your knowledge. Okay, I wrote down knowledge down here. Bring your knowledge. And why I'm saying this is because sometimes the managers will be like, oh my god, thanks for your resume. So why do you want to work for MAC? What do you know about MAC? They will say that shit. They will literally try to trick your ass. And you're sometimes people are just caught off guard like, I wasn't ready for this guy. Like, just be prepared, like, that they can do that, okay? So just come with the knowledge, like I had said, like, the history before, the beginning part of this video about the history, know it before you go in. Trust a bitch, okay? You're gonna go in, you're gonna ask whoever you have to ask for the manager. The manager's gonna come out, you're gonna handshake her hand, introduce yourself. Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I wanna apply for MAC. So if you know the people at the counter, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be easy for you, you already know who the management is, it's gonna be fine. If you don't, it's gonna be a little more nerve-wracking, but that's why I'm saying you should go in and make friends with everyone. It's gonna work if you do that, I swear to God. And just, yeah, ask for that application, and she will give it to you, and you're gonna take it, and you're gonna go fill that shit out at your house. Next, you're gonna ask the manager, okay, cool, when can I come back to return my application to you? And they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm working this day. Go the day that they say that they're working. Like, you wanna turn it into the manager. You don't wanna turn it into some random ass girl, because she can be like, ugh, you're not even cute, I'm gonna throw your application away. Just kidding, they're not gonna do that. But, just make sure you give it to a manager. You're gonna come off more professional giving it to the manager, okay? Number 4, wait. The waiting game. I know, it's the worst. I know. Just wait for them to call you, honestly. Like, if they are interested in you, they will be calling you. And if they tell you, do not call us, we will call you if we're interested, don't call them. They're being serious. They're not like joking around like, oh, don't call us, and you call back 3 days later. They're being serious. Like, they're busy as hell. Like, let them call your ass. If they don't say that, then maybe call, I would say give it a week. Give them a week to mull over your application, things like that. Call to remind them that you are still interested in applying for MAC and still working for them, okay? That's what I would say. Just call back 7 days later. Number 5. You got the interview. First of all, you're going to be jumping up and down for joy because you're really happy and really excited. You're jumping up and down. So you're like, yes, I got an interview. I'm like, God, yeah, God. Okay, so I'm just telling you guys right now, it's usually in a group format. It's rarely a one-on-one interview. It's going to usually be a group interview. So just be really prepped for that, the fact that it could be a group interview, okay? So, you got the interview, it's a group interview. Things that you need to be bringing. Bring a model. They're gonna ask you to bring a model. Bring your resume, of course. You just need to have that shit out with you at all times. Have your resume with you at all times. Clean brushes. If you are gonna be doing a interview and a makeup application interview the same day, bring clean brushes. They are not gonna provide you with clean brushes. You're gonna need to bring your own. It doesn't matter. It does not have to be MAC. That can be Sephora. That can be Elf. It doesn't even matter. Like, just bring your own brushes, okay? And make sure they're clean, like crystal clean, clear water of the ocean, blue, Hawaii, clean, okay? All black attire, of course, business casual. Stick to like the more business than casual. I think you just look a lot more professional. Just black attire. Fresh ass makeup is a bullet on my fresh ass makeup. Go in with fresh ass fucking makeup. Preferably it would be MAC makeup, like, because in my interview they asked the girl, they were like, so I love your makeup, like, what are you wearing from us? And she was like, doubtful, I'm not wearing that much from you. Okay, so just in case they would ask you, like, oh cool, what is that? What lipstick are you wearing? Like, let it be, like, please let it be MAC. Like, unless you have to say like, oh, you know, it's lime crime. No, that's not gonna fly, bitch. That's not gonna fly. Make sure you're wearing at least something of MAC, and just in case they ask. Okay, the group interview is first. I know, it's scary. Group interview is gonna go how any group interview would go. Basically, you're trying to out-impress the other bitch next to you. I know that it's like, you probably make friends there, but at the end of the day, you're trying to out-impress that bitch and that bitch, okay? Just remember that. My number 1 most, like, advice for this group interview is always raise your hand first. And I'm talking like, I know the answer. Like I'm talking like be extroverted when it comes to you raising your hand. Even if you don't know the answer, raise your hand first. Like I'm telling you, like it's gonna make a huge difference if they think like, oh my god, this bitch knows everything. Like, cause they're not gonna call on you every time. They're not, you know what I mean? But at least you have your hand raised. And even if they did call on you, if they're like, okay, cool, so da-da-da, and you raise your hand and you don't know it yet, you can be like, well, the reason of this is because you have a couple seconds to think of the answer. Just reiterate the question, girl. Be smart about it. So even if you don't know the answer, raise your hand at all times. And always be first. Be that bitch, okay? Be that like fucking kiss-ass bitch, because it don't matter if anyone's thinking that you're a kiss-ass bitch, because you're gonna get the job and they're not. Okay? I'm telling you. So I wrote down, be bubbly, be attentive, be extroverted, and be confident with your interview. I mean, of course, if that's not your kind of personality, if you're not extroverted, if you're not bubbly, if you're not happy, and you're not like kind of like crazy and spastic like how I am, like I'm crazy and spastic, you know what I mean? Honestly, I would just say fake it till you make it. Like, you don't have to necessarily be like as extroverted or anything like that, but you want to be a presence in the interview room. You want to be like known, you want to be seen. And that's what's going to be the most important thing. So even if you're kind of introverted and shy, try to break out of that before you go into the interview, or when you're at the interview, break that shit real hard. Okay? Questions that they will ask. They will ask cosmetic-based questions, and they will ask retail-based questions. I don't really remember the questions that they were asking. They would be like, okay, so this is a question. If the counter was slow, what would you do to build traffic? So like that's just something, like a very easy question. Of course, I raised my hand first. I said that I would be making samples. I would be going out to like the hallways and being like, oh hey, come on in, try this. Here's a sample of something. That was my question. They really liked it. Drive traffic through social media. There's a bunch of different things that you could be saying. That's the type of question that they will ask. They want to know that you'll be able to answer a question based off cosmetic or retail experience. If you do not have cosmetic or retail experience, that could be a real big problem, girl. Okay, it will be, I'm not gonna lie, it will be hard for you to get hired at MAC if you do not have retail and cosmetic experience, or either or. I mean, MAC is a company, like they want to know that you can sell their product and that you'll be able to sell it well. Not only sell it well, that you'll be able to know what you're talking about. They want to know that you're a people person and that you're not going to be mean to the clients. That's what they want to know. They want to know that they can trust their brand name with you as the type of person you are. That's super, super, super important. You need to be able to know your shit. And if you don't have cosmetic or retail experience, it's gonna be a little tough. It's gonna be a little tough, I'm not gonna lie. If you don't, good luck. But if you do, that's a good sign. So we got through the group interview. We're sweating because it was really hard. No, it's really not that hard. It's really easy actually. They're really nice. Now the makeup interview. Okay, I have a lot wrote down for this. Okay guys, okay. So the makeup interview. I'm just letting you guys know right now, be prepared for them to switch your models on you. The model that you brought in, you could have practiced on her 20 times just to get the makeup perfect. But if the interviewers think that you guys are too close with the models, or that they just want to do this, they will be like, okay, everyone switch models and you're gonna do a 30-minute application on a different model. It's nerve-wracking, okay? So just be prepared for that. Like look around, see the other models, see their skin colors, things like that, just so you can know what to grab just in case you do get switched. So just don't be too scared if it does happen to you. It's not that big of a deal, okay? Just be prepared for that. Like you need to be able to be quick on your toes, girl. Like be quick. Okay, so you're gonna have basically 30 minutes to do a full face makeup application. Like they're for sure gonna be like saying you have 30 minutes. So my suggestions for this 30-minute application: grab products that are gonna be of multi-use for you. And when I say that, I'm talking grab a bronzer that you can use as a freaking eyeshadow. Like I'm talking, you have 30 minutes here. You need to make those 30 minutes count, and they will like time you, like stop at the 30th minute, and you better have that whole face done. I'm talking full like complexion, eyes, mascara, lips, everything has to be done in 30 minutes, okay? That's what I did. Like I grabbed, for example, when I grabbed the bronzer that I used for mine, I used my bronzer in her crease. I used the highlighter I have on her cheek, on her eyelid. Like I'm talking like I went Gnarls Sparkly when it came to the things. I used blush on, no, I just used her blush on her blush. Just use products that will be great for multi-purposeful things. Another thing too, when you're going to grab the product that you're going to be using, you want to grab everything at one time. I'm talking like even if you have to like pull your shirt up, stuff that shit in there, get everything that you can. Sometimes they'll have baskets on the side so you can toss everything that you need in a basket. Grab your products, get them all at one time and go, because it's going to be hard when you're having to keep pulling away. Please just grab all the products that you have at one time. It's going to be much more beneficial to you than having to pull away, because you're just wasting time, okay? So before the interview even starts, this is the weird part about the interview. You have to basically pretend that you have no idea who your client is. Like even if it's the person that you know, like for example, mine was my aunt. I basically had to interrogate her and asking her questions about what she wants to do. And I know her, but I had to pretend like I didn't know her. okay? As soon as they tell you you're gonna have 30 minutes, they're gonna give you a scenario on what to do. For example, my scenario was it was a businesswoman who doesn't really wear that much makeup, but she wants to get her makeup done for a little like party at nighttime. So she's not used to wearing makeup, but she wants to do a little party. She wants to have her makeup done for a party. So she still wants it to be glam, but she doesn't want it to be heavy. So that was my scenario, okay? So like they will give you a scenario to work with. Cool? You're gonna want to interrogate the client. And when I mean interrogate the client, I'm talking ask them questions about their skin, about what kind of makeup they want to do, things like that. This is really important. I know it's going to be weird because if you're going to be doing the application on the model that you brought, you're going to usually know the person. They're going to be your friend, you're going to be your family member, and it's going to be kind of weird because you basically have the person that you don't know who they are at all. So just be prepared to interrogate them. I'm talking like, oh, okay, so like, hi, like, nice to meet you, introduce yourself. So tell me, what kind of skin do you have? Do you have oily skin? Do you have dry skin? Do you have combo skin? That's going to give you some questions on like what to be using, the products that Mac has that she needs to be taken care of. Ask them, okay, cool, what are you going to be doing tonight? Like, what's the event for? That's another great question. Even though we already know the scenario, basically you're role playing throughout the entire interview because you don't know who they are. Ask them questions about their life, ask them how they're doing, etc, etc. Another great thing to do is tell them about the, oh my god, that was really scared me. It was a bird that flew by. Woo! The social responsibilities of Mac, you know what I mean? Make it very, very, very comfortable because Mac wants to know that you're going to be comfortable with the client, okay? Be super, super hygienic. I'm talking like super hygienic. I work for Mac, so I know the hygienic processes. Okay, so for example, let's do a little example. Everything that you use is going to be on a tissue. I'm talking about like they have tissues everywhere. Lay down two plies of tissue. Be prepared. You might not have a lot of space. Like I'm talking like I had maybe that much space for everything I needed. That is not a lot of space. So be prepared that you might not have a lot of space. Put down tissue. Anything that you're going to be using, have it on the tissue. It's for hygienic reasons. Mac just wants it to be as hygienic as possible. So do that. When using a powdered product, for example, I have Studio Fix right here. Before you go in to the product that is dirty, you're gonna grab a tissue, something like this. This is what I have next to me. You're gonna wipe the first layer off, and you can dip your brush right into the product, okay? If it's powder. Cool? And then you can use it as many times as you want. You can dip right back in, it doesn't matter. As long as you have that first layer off, because bacteria doesn't seep through powder like it would in a cream. If you're using a cream product, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to scrape the first layer off the cream, and you're going to get a applicator. Pretend this is an applicator, and for example concealer, I have concealer right here. You're going to want to clean the first layer, dip the applicator into it, scoop out a little scoop, and put it on a tray or a petri dish that they will be providing for you. You do not want to dip into a cream product multiple times. You just want to make sure it's as hygienic as you can possibly make it, because it's gross if you're using nasty shit, okay? So just be as hygienic as you possibly can be. When you're doing the application for the makeup, make sure that you are walking them through the process. I'm talking about like, Mac has mirrors everywhere. They want to know that you can be able to walk a client through a consultation. So like an interaction like this would be an example. Okay, great, so I'm gonna actually have you hold the mirror so they can kind of see what I'm doing on the eyes, so that you can learn and do it at your own home. So you're gonna have the mirror in the person's hand, and you're gonna be doing the makeup on them, and you're gonna be explaining the entire time why you're doing what. For example, I'm applying contour right here because it's going to give you a lifted cheekbone appearance. Basically, you're just going to explain to them what you're doing and let them watch you doing it, because it's basically you showing and telling and teaching the client what to do. Okay, that's a huge thing with Mac, is showing and telling. I know, I'm sweating. I know, I'm doing really good at this. I think I'm doing really good. Next page. Almost done, guys. We're almost done. Okay, we got through the whole interview. We're done with it. We did the whole application. 30 minutes went by. Done. You stopped, put everything down. Your application's on. She looks good, you're good to go. Just letting you guys know right now, they will be walking around your application the entire time, listening to what you are saying to the client. That's why it's so important to be talking to them about Mac, about what you're doing to them, etc, etc. Okay, so it's really, really important. As soon as the 30 minutes end, they will be walking around, and they're gonna be asking you, okay, so why did you do this? Why did you decide to put this here? They're gonna ask your client, oh, what did you learn today? That's why I'm saying, show and teach. Teach them what to do, okay? They're gonna, because they will ask. Maybe not 100% of the time they will ask, but they're gonna want to know, like, did the client learn something today? Like, are they gonna be able to take a product home and be able to use it themselves? That's really important, you know what I mean? That's really important to Mac. They want you to know like what you're doing, and they want to know that client knows what they're doing too. So they're gonna go around, after they ask you those questions, they're gonna say, I'm just gonna critique you a little bit. So most of the time they'll critique you on what you did that could have been a little bit better, okay? For example, one of my eyes was blended a little bit higher than the other one. I did a red lipstick on my client, so the line on the bottom area wasn't as clean as it should have been, and it's red, so it has to be really, really clean. So there's just things like that. It wasn't really too bad for me, you know what I mean? So just be prepared to answer their questions that they're gonna ask you, like, okay, cool, so now the interview's done, they critiqued you, they're gonna say, okay, everyone can go now. So what you want to do, what I did, is that I went ahead and I left my resume one more time because I brought 2 extras just in case. And I handshook every single person that was interviewing us. I handshook them and said, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. Can't wait to hear from you guys again, etc, etc. Now that you're gone, you had your interview, you're feeling really good. It was really crazy. Basically, if they tell you, this is what happened. They told us not to call them back, that they would call us if they were interested in us. Okay, so listen to what they are saying. If they say, we are really busy, we will be calling you, do not call us, don't call them, you guys. Like, do not call them. They will call you if they are interested, I promise you. Okay? They told us that they'd be calling us within 2 weeks. Okay? 2 weeks. They didn't call me for a month and 6 days. I kept track of it because I wanted to know. So, just be prepared for that. Even if a couple of weeks have gone by, don't be too discouraged yet. They could just be really, really busy. That's how it was for us. Like, they were opening new counters in San Diego. So they got super, super busy and super swamped, and so that's why it took them a while to call us. But I didn't call. I was like, okay, you know what? It's gonna be fine. Da da da. Like, they'll call me if they're interested. And I was sweating bullets. Trust me. I wanted to know if I got it. Turns out that I did. And they called me and they offered me a freelance position. Most of the time nowadays, you will be offered a freelance position over a permanent position, unless, like, by some miracle that you become permanent right away as an artist, which is pretty hard to do. But they offered me a freelance position and I took it. I'm not going to be talking about the pay. I'm not going to be talking about that stuff because that's not appropriate. But I took the position and I put my 2 weeks in my old job, which was at Sephora. And yeah, I love working for Mac. Like, now I'm super happy being a freelancer. I get to make my own schedule, I get to call in when I need hours, and there's not too many boys in San Diego freelancers, so it's not like too hard for me to like kind of work, you know what I mean, because they like diversity like I was saying before. And yeah, Mac has been great to me. Like, it's such a great company, and I look forward to working with them more as a freelancer. I'm not going to pursue being permanent with Mac because of other opportunities that have arisen with social media. I will not be pursuing a permanent position, because once you are permanent, you can't be affiliated with other brands, you can't be doing other things like that. So I'm not really going to get into that right now because I don't need to. But yeah, I'm not going to be pursuing permanent for Mac, but I'm a freelancer and I freelance often. I freelance maybe 3 to 4 times a week. That's why it's hard for me to post videos other than every Friday. But yeah, I really hope this video was informational for you guys. It took me a while to record because I wanted to be as thorough as possible, and I hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments bar below what you guys want to see next. I love reading the comments. You guys are so wonderful to me. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. Oh, if you guys want to know about my lipstick, I know I'll get a lot of comments on the lipstick, okay? I just know it. So it's the Gerard Cosmetics 1995 lipstick. Looks like this. And I have the Gerard Cosmetics nude gloss on top of it. I broke the light, I forgot. And I have the nude gloss on top of it, just to kind of mute it out a little bit. And it's a cool combo. And my blush, just in case you guys are wondering about my blush, it is a Makeup Geek Romance blush. It looks so pretty. And I'll leave all the links to the things that I have on my face down in the bottom bar below. But I hope this video was informational for you guys, and I hope you guys get hired at Mac. And if you guys watch this video and it helped you in any way, shape, or form, leave it in the comment bar below because I would love to know. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys all later, and have a great rest of the night or day wherever you are. And subscribe to me. Full. Bye, you guys. You have 30 minutes. Hold on. Social responsibilities. Social responsibilities. So okay, so how I'm gonna have this, and how am I gonna have this? Yeah. So you asked for that. Mama is done right now. She's done. It's rarely a one-on-one. It's rarely a one-on-one application. Why, Manuel? Can't you talk right now? Bring him on. Just be prepared for the scenario and be prepared for the 30-minute long interview. What the fuck? Am I sweating? Sweating like a piglet. Okay.